Oakland. We're here.
Hustle all day. Grind. Steady stacking paper. Money on my money.
Hey ho, it's your buddy Domino Chris. Welcome into the show. Thanks everybody for stopping by. If you haven't liked and subscribed already, what are you waiting for? Bing bing! It's right in front of you. It's easy. Now today's episode is going to be an interesting one, and I predict it might not make everyone happy. But I'm just going to tell it like it is and be honest. And if you've been to the Coliseum in Oakland, you might know where I'm headed with this. But we'll save that for later. For today, to start, I want to show you some of the stuff outside the stadium.
The tailgating is splendid. It's kind of a weird scenario because, I don't mind it by any means, but the parking lot here is kind of self-controlled, if you like. For instance, a lot of these spots have been taken up by tailgate spots, so there are plenty of spots open in the parking lot.
I would have to check and make sure, but I am pretty sure out of official team parking lots, this is the only one that I saw that didn't have anybody working or directing people where to go.
Hey, you gotta get the shirt, homie.
What's that?
Shirt.
Oh, get in, represent. Nice, buddy.
It's Park 5 of 30, Oakland Coliseum. Some quick facts about Oakland Coliseum. It is in Oakland, California. It opened in 1966 and has a capacity of 56,782, good for first tops in the league. Actually, I don't know. This was a weird one because some sites have it as high as 63,000. Some have it as low as 46,700 or something like that. I found this on a list of capacities and just went with it. And honestly, at this point, let's just give it to Oakland because they kind of need a little pick-me-up right now.
This is crazy. I don't know what to, everything's closed back here. I guess obviously there's not a massive crowd, but still, you have to go all the way to the other side just to get concessions. So, oh, never mind. Hang on. Let's see. This might be open. No, empty bar. I don't know. Oh no.
It was like a ghost town. It was crazy. And this was a Sunday afternoon game. I actually thought there might be somewhat of a decent crowd, but not today. And honestly, up to this point, the tickets were more expensive than anywhere else. The parking was more expensive than anywhere else. I get why people don't want to go. Finally make it back to civilization where there is some open concessions. And I find this cool area. It's a Bullet Bourbon bar, which seems like a cool place to just get away and chill. See, it's not all negative. There's some cool stuff here. Speaking of cool, I am so cool that I decided to switch things up today and go beer first. After all, it is Sunday.
Thanks very much, buddy. Have a good one. All right, go A's. Can get on board. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Get going. They are few, but they are mighty here in Oakland. I love it. What I also love, a solid IPA. This is Juicy Hoot from Drake's Brewing Company out of Oakland, California. I have high hopes for this because it looked really good. So cheers to you, wherever you are. Oh yeah, top tier.
No joke, this was one of the best beers of the trip, so shout out to Drake's Brewing Company. But I need some food now. Let's go.
All right, I saw on many lists of food listed for Oko that garlic fries are a requirement. So I think that's the play today. This looks like the place to do it. I very well might regret this in a couple hours.
Spoiler, I did. That was a rough drive.
Oh. Carbs are our friends.
As we watch me gorge myself with garlic fries, it's important to note that I am just one person. If I ever do something like this again, I'd love to have someone with me so we could try a bunch of things or just split things when cases like this arise.
That is so much garlic, but it's really good.
All right, I am full and need to walk around a little bit, so let's check out some of the memorabilia and history inside this stadium because there is a lot of it. And honestly, seeing all of this kind of makes me sad because there are so many memories for Oakland fans. They've been here since the 60s. They've won 4 World Series since then. They've won 9 total in their organization's history. It's a storied organization. In all likelihood, they're going to be moving to Las Vegas very soon. Oakland's already lost a football team to Vegas. We'll get to more of that in just a bit. All right, the rain has avoided us so far, but the skies are gray. Let's get a little 7th inning stretch and get on the road.
7th inning stretch time. Time to stand up and sing a little "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
And with that, another park is in the books, but not before I get a dog on the way out, because why not? Now, I won't always full rant after a game, but I thought these comments were very telling, so here you go.
And of course, it started raining right as I was walking to the car. All right. Look, I don't want to get too much into this because there are nice people here. It is a great town that deserves a good team because the people that have stuck by this team are very loyal, few but mighty. I've been a part of that before because I have been a part of I hate to use the term small market, but in terms of supporting a team that an owner and a league don't really care about you, I've been a part of that. I've had season tickets to that. I've watched that team almost move before. So I get what these people are going through. Having said all of that, and while I sympathize with that, with the people, what is your organization doing? You're overcharging for everything. You're overcharging for parking. You're overcharging for concessions. A lot of people hold this stadium in high regard, and I get the old school feel. I get why. I get that it's a proper ballpark. I totally understand all of that. But in terms of just a neutral experience, listen, I'm left with a very bad taste in my mouth, with the exception of the beer. That left a good taste in my mouth. But everything else, not so much. So I'm pulling for this team in the sense that I want the people here to be happy. I'm pulling for those people. I actually know a few A's fans from years ago that supported this team, were diehards from California. And so, I mean, I don't want the team to fail by any means. Full rankings will obviously come out a little bit later, as with the rest of the stadiums, but it's not like I had a bad time in there. I had a good time talking to the people around me. Again, it was just kind of a fun day out. The team isn't very good right now, so it was more of a let's laugh at how bad we are type thing. But I don't know. I'm kind of left with a bad taste about the overall experience in terms of the organization. But it is what it is.
And I'm actually going to break that rule right now and rank just this park. Number 30, last place. Sorry, Oakland, nothing personal. It's just the way it is. Very obvious last place. A lot of people probably saw that coming. Everything was overpriced. Parking, tickets, concessions. Obviously, the issues with the staff. The stadium's not well upkept at all. It is a very, very distant last place. And here's the thing. I said after the game I wouldn't go back. I'll change that. I would love to come back, and I hope it's a better experience. I hope some miracle deal works out where the team stays in Oakland. I hope the stadium gets renovated. I hope things change here, and trust me when I say I know what it's like to be in your shoes. I hope the team doesn't move, but I'm just being honest. And speaking of honest, thank you for your honesty. I've gotten a lot of feedback, some good, some not so good, and that's totally cool. Constructive criticism is great. If you think there's something I've missed or something else I should be covering, leave it in the comments section. I would love to hear from you. And while you're down there, do me a big favor, like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. It is the best way to support the channel, and I'd appreciate you very much.